Kraken fans, welcome to the live stream tonight. Kraken Blues post-game recap, game 3 of the season, and I was hoping for a better finish, but we didn't get it. Fall in the shootout. My name is Mike here, Sasquatch NHL. Great to have you guys. Returning viewers, new viewers, doesn't matter. Thanks for being here. Great to be here tonight for, let me turn this down real quick over here, post-game rapid reaction, and we got a friend in the chat tonight and on the live stream. Ty, let's switch over. Good to have you here. First stream of the season for Mr. Ty. How you doing? We got the coordinating flannels going on
Take
tonight.
my rookie lap.
Yeah.
When I say dumb stuff and put my foot in my mouth. Going well. How about yourself? Got a little eclipse this morning. You couldn't see it here at all, but I think you guys got a good peek at it, right?
Yeah. It was kind of a weird, like the sun angle was a little bit bizarre. I don't know what was going on. My wife had to wake me up because I slept in a little extra today because our cat has been, yeah, he's old. That's all I'm going to say about that. But yeah, the eclipse, pretty cool. I think it wasn't the coolest thing that happened today, honestly. We've had a lot of things happening in the Squatch fam. It was the daughter's first homecoming dance. A lot of craziness here. We had one of the moms get stuck over in the neighbor's yard because the ground is really wet, so that was interesting. But so we had to call a tow truck.
And then the game started.
Yeah, and then Kraken hockey. That's kind of the focus here late in the evening. But let's recap it here. We're gonna talk about the Kraken and the Blues. Game 3 now in the books in our third campaign as a team. Poll question tonight. I would love to hear from you guys.
Oh, let me set it up so I can see the chat too.
Yeah, who's been oh, you got us on the TV. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you're over there.
We're on TV, Ty. Hi, Mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Kraken's biggest surprise so far. That's the poll question. Yamamoto, Belmar, or Joey Decord. Joey played a great game tonight, didn't he?
Joey was fantastic. I think realistically, goaltending as a whole has been pretty solid for us so far this season, which is interesting because that's not the narrative I would have picked.
Yeah, and Grubauer, not getting a lot of goal support there those first 2 games tonight. It felt like the Kraken had a lot more punch, a lot more energy, I thought, throughout the entire game, a much more consistent effort, and you hear that on the broadcast a few times. Coming into the game and throughout the game, and that was really good to see. I think, even though we lost in the shootout, Ty, I think there's some encouraging things we can take away from this one, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far the 3 games, we've seen them come out fast, maybe skating a little bit too much. I don't know if their fourth line utilization has been very good. I'm seeing, right now, 6.5 minutes, but that's just 5-on-5, so you usually only use them on 5-on-5. And then the second, they've been kind of looking gassed. It didn't look so bad today, but the third, spent a lot of time in our zone trying to battle out and stuff like that. So continue to tweak and see what works. But yeah, I got all kinds of stuff we could blab about. Yeah,
we're definitely going to get into it. We're going to take your guys' comments here throughout the stream. Shiny stuff. Great to see you. I think this is the first stream you've been in this season so far. I've only done a few, but we're kind of getting our feet under us a little bit. Shiny stuff says, I think I speak for everyone when I say losing to Jordan Binnington always makes you feel like you have a hernia on a hernia. And I gotta agree, it's not a lot of fun. He's kind of that antagonist. Not my favorite goaltender or player in the NHL, and Shiny Stuff also says, good to be back. Great to have you here. Yeah, thank you for being here, and keep the comments coming. Shiny Stuff going to keep popping them up on the screen. Make sure you hit that poll question, hit the like button on the stream. That helps as well. Striatic agreeing says lose to Binner. Blah. Yeah, we all feel that here on the channel. Carol's dark sarcasm says so sad. We played a better game, and that's going to be the theme here. I know we don't like to do all the positive takeaways and everything like that, but they looked way better tonight, Ty. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah, I felt like the passing this year is at another level. If they could just be consistent with that through the whole game, that'd be great. But I think I feel like probably the best game out of the fourth line we've seen also. They seem to be clicking and kind of causing some trouble in the offensive zone. But again, you have kind of a mixed line between the second and the third that comes up with the goal, gets us on the board. So kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm not going to push the panic button, but it is getting kind of old. We have 2 goals in 3 games.
I'm kind of curious the ice time from the fourth line. So if you want to check that out as I roll through the notes here.
I have that pulled up right now. I only have it for 5-on-5, and it says what 626 for carts,
Okay.
bells, and yams.
And that kind of surprises me because it feels like they made a little bit bigger impact tonight. So, really efficient. I'd like to see a little bit more of them. I understand we're trying to get some of that top line chemistry going, but I really feel like these early games in the season, you just got to roll all four, just get them out there. But that, I'm not a coach. I don't know what I'm
Well, it's
talking
interesting
about.
too, because if you look 5-on-5, let's cut you here off here real quick. So Maddie, Canner, and Ebbs 11:48, Berkey, Wenny, Schwartz 11:43, pretty even split there. Bjorky, Gordon, Tolvin, or shall we say Golvinen, hopefully soon. 9:44, so a kind of a step down. So there's like a 2-minute difference between the second and third, and then about a 3-minute difference between the third and the fourth. So
Striatic kind of pointing out if the Kraken play more like that consistently this season they should be fine. And I think I kind of posted the same thing over on X.
Want to play a game?
I got it right tonight. I didn't say the other word that is no longer, but completely agree with Striatic on this one. Play like that every night. The first two games, they lacked the consistency. So let's get into the setup just a little bit. Thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. As always, live from Sasquatch Studio. Ty is live from Vancouver, Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Right? And
Salmon Creek, just north of Vancouver, same thing.
Little different setup. Got the lights, everything kind of dialed in. It's looking good, Ty.
I look like a trendy YouTuber now, maybe. I don't know.
Kind of jealous. I think I need
I'm
to
35,
up my game a little
don't worry.
bit now. All right, so remember, check out the podcast if you don't already. We're going to have some new episodes coming over there here real soon, and I like to involve the community in that.
Let's pin Striatic's comment about the fourth line, because I am 100% in agreement here.
There we go. Let's pin it. It says, I very much liked the fourth line. They should be getting more minutes, in my opinion, especially given other lines looking a bit tired in the late middle part of the third. And we talked, Ty and I, we talked behind the scenes about conditioning a little bit. It's just, it looks like it's not quite there, right?
Yes. And then you have such talented players. Maybe they're new to the system and they're trying to figure out how to click. But tonight, that fourth line looked pretty good. They were deep in the zone. They were causing trouble. They had people chasing them. I mean, I like it. It's going to happen. Yams is super good about getting into those dirty areas and kind of slipping behind the defense and disappearing. Karts got that nasty shot. Belmar seems to have, Belmar on that PK, man, where he had no stick and he just sticks the toe save out there and kicks the puck down the ice. That's a veteran move right there. So they got some talent there. Get him some chemistry, get him some ice time, and I think we'll be pretty happy with what they're doing. But yeah, just like Striatic said, man, please give him some ice time.
Yeah, more minutes. And I think they're deploying Belmar situationally for faceoffs. I didn't keep real close track of that tonight, but that's another little wrinkle there that you're probably going to see this season as they kind of get
that one.
And it's tough on the road, right? Because you don't get the last change. So maybe we'll see more of that at home as they try to match up, get Belmar out there for certain face-off situations. But Kraken's biggest surprise so far, the poll tonight. If you haven't voted, please do. So far, Yamamoto 67% of the votes, Belmar 0%, Joey Decord 33%. What are your thoughts there, Mr. Ty Jacobs?
I voted for Yams. I remember going to the Oilers game with you. We had those Oilers fans in front of us, and I was constantly complaining about Yamamoto. He's always in there doing something greasy along the boards or some high school thing or sitting right on the back door. Just nobody sees him. And he's doing the same thing here. He's a high skilled player. He might be a little bit small, but he can beat you with his legs, and he is super skilled. So definitely excited to see the hometown boy. I'm a Spokane native also. So
that's
100% on board with Yamamoto. Probably going to be my next jersey, to be completely honest.
All right. I'm not from Spokane, but I lived over in that area.
Yeah, you played in Eagles, bro.
That's right. Eastern Eagles represent.
I don't know little indoor pond as me.
Yeah, that's right. We played out at Liberty Lake for many years. We also played.
What was that place called? I can never remember.
I think it was Liberty Lake Ice Arena.
Really? Was it that?
Yeah, back in the day, Mark Rippon, if you don't know, he was an MVP quarterback, MVP in the Super Bowl. He owned that ice arena out there, and we would play games out there. And of course, that
little restaurant rink there too.
Mm-hmm.
Home plate or something like that.
Yes. Yeah. How do you remember this stuff?
Dude, I can't remember the ice arena that I skated in like hundreds of times, but the little restaurant there. Oh yeah, no problem.
We also played, of course, in Eagles Ice Arena in downtown Spokane, just off of, I don't know, I can't remember the street over there. But yeah, many, many games, many, many beers ago back in the day. That was a lot of fun. And, we weren't very good, but we won a D-League championship back in the day. So I don't know if any of my former teammates are watching, but shout out to whatever our team name was back then. That was a lot of fun. Okay, so let's get into the setup just a little bit here. Of course, tonight we're going to go through the rapid reaction, give you guys the recap. Ty's going to break down the goals tonight like a pro. I don't have the telestrator. I'm just like Eddie O tonight. I had the telestrator queued up in testing. We're calling it the Squatch Scribbler, but it's not working here once I launch the stream, Ty. I really apologize.
Coming soon.
Yeah, it just, you're going to have to tune in for the next episode. We're going to look at the roster, 3 stars, the stats, and of course, live chat with you guys here. So keep the comments coming. Anything that comes to your mind, comment on the poll as well, and I'll try to pop you guys up on the screen as we go. And Ty, just a reminder here were my 3 guidelines before we talk about the roster and the setup.
Yeah.
My 3 guidelines coming into the season, because it's tough as a Kraken fan sometimes. Okay, 2 weeks. We're not going to judge the power play for 2 weeks. That's what I'm doing. They
scored.
Right? So tonight was great. First 2 games, not so great. And Ty's trying to get his camera to focus. This is funny to watch.
Oh, great.
So I'm feeling good about that. Like, so far, I haven't had to judge the power play. I wanted to in the first 2 games, but maybe not so much the second game, because I feel like they didn't have a ton of chances. And the second chance, I think they had some decent shot generation. But tonight, they came through. Ty has had too many drinks tonight. He's super blurry over there.
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, number 2, and this might apply to your situation. So I only had 3 things. Number 2, remain calm. Expect sloppiness, blurry cameras, and inconsistency.
Expect sloppiness.
Right? So I said this before puck drop in game 1. And the third thing, we're expecting some regression offensively. So those are my 3 things.
Where's the depth of field? Is it way out here?
I don't know what kind of camera you're using. We're not going to plug that company so far.
Don't buy a Razer Pro apparently, because it sucks.
It's all right. We'll put the beer goggles graphic over you. Let's look at the roster, Ty, real quick. And if you want to comment, maybe a little bit about the hit on Turbo. How do you feel about Joey? So Joey injected into the lineup. Cartier in for Brandon Tanev. Lineup largely the same tonight, except Joey Decord. It's the starting net, right?
Yeah, so I was super excited to see JDAC. I'm sure like most of the fans were pretty excited to see JDAC at the start. Still playing with my camera a little bit. It ain't doing anything. Well, this is fun. But the line's kind of what we expected to see. Carts down with Yams. I like that. You got kind of the bigger body of Carts that can kind of bang with the boys. And then Yams got that speed and kind of like elusiveness. Mm-hmm. Our third line that we all know and love. Nothing to say there. I mean, he got a post tonight. He got a tipped in goal, basically. Schulte got that one. Second line, though, guess who had the least goals expected tonight? It would be the second line by quite a bit. So I don't want to put it on Berkey, but man, where has Winnie been, right?
Yeah, and I've been a little bit critical about Mr. Winnie here early in the season. This is hilarious.
It is really fun.
I think, like I said on X today, I love Alex Winberg. I love his ability to create plays, but sometimes I just need a little more consistency from him. There was a play tonight that I really didn't like, and then he followed it up by taking a penalty. We'll talk about that in the breakdown, but Ty might log out if his camera doesn't clear.
There we go.
Oh, there he is. There, it's much more clear. Good job.
I'm a field service engineer, and if you're having problems, first thing to do is turn it off, turn it back on. And hey, check it out. Bam.
That's definitely the go-to IT solution. Speaking of IT, I was gonna send a message over to Rick Judd. Shout out. I was gonna have him on the stream tonight as well, but things were so crazy. Rick, if you're watching, I did not have a chance. I had to just like kind of focus. And Ty and I have done this a lot, so it was easier to just kind of stick to the schedule. But we are going to have Rick on and maybe some other former 32 crew peeps as well.
Boy.
There are a lot of things
Jim
have happened
too.
Yes,
I got to go light Jim
from Kraken Fancast.
It's fantastic. It's a little slow.
Maybe I'll go send Jim a message, get him on the stream. But
yeah,
I love having other people on from other podcasts and people throughout the community. So that's kind of the MO here at Sasquatch NHL. We love to talk about Kraken hockey. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, or any of that. So stay tuned. We're going to keep at it here and keep the community involved. That's what I like to do on this channel. Stratic with a comment says, Yamo got bought out versus Joey being an AHL star goalie last season leads to Yamo being a bit more surprising. Yes, and so that kind of leads back to the poll we're talking about, Yamamoto getting 67% of the vote so far. And I like the looks that I've seen from him. I think the second unit has benefited from him being on the power play. So we'll see what happens to see how they continue to deploy him. Ty, are you ready for this? We're going to get into rapid reaction.
Let's do it.
We got new music for it tonight too.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know if it's tuned in or anything, like the levels are right, but we'll find out.
Oh yeah, and the hit to Turbo's dome, not good. You asked me about that, and I was playing camera, but ugly.
Not
Get that
great.
hit out of the game.
And we're hoping there's no other fallout like lower body type stuff because he folded over in a really awkward way. But
so far, just the upper body industry.
Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's get into rapid reaction. We're going to break down the game. Hear your thoughts. Going to share our thoughts. I did set up the game just a little bit. I guess real quick, let's talk about the Blues though. They missed the playoffs last year. They let in 298 goals last season. Their most since 1983-84. So I just wanted to point that out because they've got a lot of things to sort out in their roster. They got the dub in the shootout tonight, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes in St. Louis. I'm not sold on that team just yet. But Kraken also looking for their first win as we come into the rapid reaction breakdown. Ty.
Benner's implosion coming soon. We saw it many times last year.
Some Bennington meltdowns potentially in the future. So Joey Daccord. Joey Daccord. Joey Daccord in net. Bennington in net. Kraken tonight with a decent start, right? Belmar had a good chance low in the slot early, kind of hanging out there, fourth line, getting their minutes. Adam Larson blocking shots. What were your thoughts early?
And these first periods are so frustrating. You just pepper in the net, but you can't find the mesh. It's just the little high, little wide posts, man. Just find the back of the net. It's been insane. Like all three games so far have been, the first period is just this crazy back and forth, run. Kraken looking really good, cycling the zone, getting shots, either shooting from the point and maybe getting some block shots. St. Louis is pretty good about that today, blocking stuff from the point, except for the Dunn goal that was waved off. But yeah, man, like the cycle game is there, the passing's there, the shooting's there, but my goodness, find the back of the net, just finish. We're at 2 goals. I've heard my light go off twice. I've had it for 6 months now. Come on.
I feel like being patient, though, might pay off because this team, as the chemistry develops, they can really get on a roll. We saw that last season. So we get into this first period a little bit further. Fourth line churning. We're at 15:25 left. Yanni Gourde on the rush, hard to the net. And that's where you see that leadership going hard. Another good chance. That's what you want. Drive to the net, straight lines. And like I said, fourth line churning, Kraken not getting a lot of shots through. Blues were clogging the lanes quite a bit, but I'm okay with that. Just keep at it, right?
Yep. Yeah. Gordo stood out quite a few times early on in the game, just doing normal Yanni Gourde stuff, causing trouble everywhere. Not only in the defensive zone, but on the forecheck as well. I love Gordo. That's why he's my first jersey.
And Gordo, that leadership kind of carries through the rest of the roster. You see it happening. Everybody kind of ups their game. And the penalty kill, again, flawless tonight. Love to see that. Joey in on the action as well. In net, clears the puck himself. He just throws it out of the zone.
So I was actually kind of, so we know from Coachella that Joey likes to come out. He likes to play the puck, do that kind of stuff. A little scary to do that at the NHL level, but I mean, he handled himself super well. So I wasn't sure if the coaching staff was going to allow him to actually go out there and execute that, but it looks like they're just letting Joey play his game and do what he knows how to do. So maybe we'll see some apples or something come from him later on down the road, because he's certainly good at coming out, handling the puck, and then getting it out of the zone like we saw.
So 7:24 left. Kraken cycling, puck comes up high. Vince Dunn blasts it from the blue line. It deflects in, right? But the Blues are going to challenge that. McCann's stick gets up into Bennington. That's ruled no goal, so we're still 0-0 with about 7 minutes left in the first period. Kind of disappointing.
The Benner flop.
Yeah, he made that one look pretty good. We go 3:32 left in the first, and this is where I'm going to pick on Winberg a little bit. Kind of just not a great sequence. He pulls up as he's rushing into the zone, pulls up on the half boards, kind of fumbles the puck, turns it over, and then he chases the play back, takes a penalty. Just right here, Alex Winberg, go to the net just like Yanni Gourde did.
I did see him shoot once. Yeah, I totally agree.
All he's got to do is to hit that corner, just go to the net. But he kind of pulls up and he waits for some support, and it's just, I want to see a little bit more aggressive mentality right there. That's all I'm saying.
Yep, especially in your last year of contract. Like, let's go, bud. Time to turn it up.
McCann hits the post late in that period, so that was a close one. Kraken go to the power play late in the first. Blues get called for. Hella dudes! Shout out.
Hella dudes!
Shalana Goldman. So we go to the second.
I texted Mike hella dudes, just so you know.
I was all over it. It's my favorite thing. Second period, that power play carries over like we were talking about, and the Kraken gets set up. And this time, Ty, what do we have? We have a power play goal.
A bathroom break. Oh, wait, no, just kidding. Power play goal.
Done goes to Bjorky, right?
So Bjorky kind of pulls it back up towards the blue line, gets set up, kind of gets some vision going. Schwartzy's on the back door, puts it towards the net. Schwartzy tips it in. Let's go, power play goal. About time. We've seen them kind of cycle zone entry on the power play. Ugh. Holy cow, looks like beer league. But yeah, we got one, guys. So
it's 1-0.
I wasn't in the bathroom. I thought about it, but I've been pretty committed to my Muckleshoot bathroom break.
We were joking on X.com during the lead up to that about how frustrating the Kraken power play can be, and I was like, no, I'm positive, I'm optimistic, they're gonna score, and they did. So I feel like I get a little bit of credit there for being positive. But the action continues. So we have our first lead of the season, right, Ty? And we're gonna go. About 15 minutes left now in the second, some 2-on-1 action. We've got a Kraken 2-on-1, teams alternating chances. We've got a track meet, then Beniers and Ebbs on a 2-on-1. But then what happens? Blues counter, right?
Yep, Kyrou. Just nasty. Like that top, we talked about it early on. Root Sports highlighted that top line, like look out for these guys, and bam, that's what got us. So
yeah, it was a quick transition goal. It was kind of like a 3-on-2 initially, but yeah. Little give and go. So it's 1-1. Great action. Lots of back and forth in the second there. So let's go to the third period. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Let's fix the graphic there. That way you can see Jaden Schwartz. I'm not going to... You know what? It was a power play goal. We're going to make sure you see that on the screen. Jaden Schwartz. Kraken power play goal from Vince Dunn and Oliver Bjorkstrand. You'll love to see it. Okay, so now we're going to go third period. Just 4 minutes into that frame, Vince Dunn called for interference. Talk to me about the penalty kill, Ty.
I mean, the PKs looked fantastic. Not only have we been able to kind of get the puck out, maybe not as good as we'd want to, but I think this is when Belmar kind of lost his stick and then he stuck that foot out and kicked it out of the zone. Just doing what you got to do, that veteran move there. Super happy with the PK. Obviously, we're rocking the goose egg right now. So, yeah, I mean, guys are doing what they're doing. They're playing smart. They kind of build the house and stick to it, and I love it. We're not seeing that like aggressive power kill so much right now, but what they're doing is working.
So let's stick with that. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah,
don't fix it. Jay Leach, I love it.
Penalty kill perfect so far this season. I think I read that they have killed 11 straight penalties.
Yep.
And so you love to see that. We go all the way down now, 7:30 left in the game. Kraken win a face-off coming out of the commercial break. Alexiak, and he's been incredible, I think, the last couple of games. Really feeling it. A sweet little pass to Bjorky, and Bjorky hits the iron. So close.
Yeah. I mean, the most Bjorkstrand shot we've seen for the last 2 seasons. Almost. I was full Selly mode, and then
it was one of these.
Yeah. But you talked about Rig, probably the best game I've seen out of him. Dude was everywhere, doing everything. So, massive shout out to Rig tonight.
So hopefully we see that kind of continue as we get into the season a little bit. Great to see Alexiak kind of hitting his groove with the Kraken.
Yeah.
Didn't have the greatest start in season 1, but I felt like last year he did great, especially in the playoffs too.
Playoffs, he was massive.
And he's looking good here to start
So was
season
Winnie.
3. Indeed. Yeah. As much as I will pick on Winberg, he was amazing in the playoffs. So let's just get playoffs, Winberg. Can we do that,
Seriously.
please?
Want to buy playoffs, Winberg. Thank you.
Kraken, lots of chances down the stretch. Blues, they're right there. It was a great game. Joey had some big saves. He had a big save late. So we go to overtime. And
big pad save there at the end.
Yeah, right at the end of the third period. Kraken, we go to overtime, and it feels like they're really good at possessing the puck in overtime, just nonstop, right?
Yeah. And then they'll do a little fumble, and St. Louis got it for a little bit. But yeah, puck possession. I think we saw this, what was it, early last season, that they kind of were struggle bus in OT, and then they had actual practice where they worked on it. And since then, looks good.
They just don't relent. They keep the puck as much as they can, even if they're not in a high danger chance area. They just continue to possess and cycle guys out. Stradek says, "What are the thoughts on Edmonton possibly being awful or Vancouver possibly being improved?"
That game, dude. Oh, did you see it? It was like 8-0. It was just a
it was actually 8,000-1, and the Canucks won.
Yeah, Brocky couldn't miss. He just hit him in the foot and he scores. He's like, "Oh, there's my Hattie, natural Hattie. Let's go."
Oh my God, I just forgot to. I was supposed to. So one of my sister's friends was in the building tonight in St. Louis, and I was supposed to send him the Zoom invite. Whoops. Sorry, Matt, if you're watching. You're busy anyways. You don't want to be on a podcast tonight. That's okay. But yeah, Stratic, I'm with you. I feel like Edmonton has been like up there in their window for so long. Obviously, Connor McDavid, incredible. But yeah, Vancouver, for me, couldn't get any worse than they were last year. So I expected them to come back just a little bit with the talent that they have up top on that roster. But
their first line is gross.
Yeah.
Like all-star line, basically.
Okay, so overtime, back and forth. Kraken, they really possess the puck. They don't break through, so we go to a shootout. And the first attempt,
we are talking behind the scenes at this point. And we knew what was coming.
Everybody has their favorite pick that they would deploy on the shootout, and let's just say Ty and I don't agree with the last person that went. But we love Ebbs, but come on. Okay, so first attempt, Joey stopped. Matty went next. Bennington, a kick save. Matty just a little more elevation there, and then it goes in. Kyrou, attempt number 2. Joey says,
Yeah, Joey, massive glove save there.
Bjorky, number 2 for Seattle. Again, on that left side, Bennington with the leg.
The right pad.
And then finally, really, the nail in the coffin, Rob Thomas, the third shooter there in the shootout.
Yep.
Pretty, really nice, smooth finish on the backhand.
He got J-Dak to bite just a slight bit early. As a shooter, when you can get him to do that, just go around and then you have the whole net basically wide open. Basically what Matty was trying to do, Thomas did. Sucks for J-Dak, but I mean, welcome to the NHL, buddy. Like, you're going to see this a lot.
And a shootout isn't really like fully representative of what you want from your goalie. It's a tough skill competition.
Talk about putting him in a hard spot too. So
yeah, and Ed's, the last attempt didn't break through, didn't look great, but
you might as well just hit him in the chest.
The great news, Ty, is we have a point in the standings, right? We have a point. We don't have a win yet, but that's the way it goes.
The loser point, right?
I'll take it. I mean, they designed it for...
it counts at the end of the year, so...
Didn't the Kings have like 20-some points in that column one year? Just recently? Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Key takeaways, penalty kill again. Yep. Really great. We broke through on the power play, so that's good. I feel like the consistency is what I really want to take away from this one as we come back home on Tuesday. What do you kind of think, Ty?
Yeah, come out fast like we've been coming out fast. Figure out how to not have that second period slump, and I think we can do some serious damage. Just finish. Holy cow.
Yeah, especially when you have those opportunities on the road, you really got to put it home to take, make the most of your opportunities. But
yeah, going 500 on this road trip would have been massive. So
we come home 2, and 1. Let's look at the game stats as we wind down just a little bit here. Shots on goal, much better tonight, right?
Matty Beniers with 11 faceoff wins and 9 losses. What?
Excellent.
Oh,
I mean, look at that. 60% in the faceoff circle.
that's why we lost. Last year, we would see this all the time. When we would win faceoffs, we would lose the game.
I don't want to hear that.
Correlation is causation. Simple.
No. Everyone's wrong about that. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, we used to also say that faceoffs didn't matter, and then we met the Avalanche in the first round. We're like, oh man, faceoffs do matter.
Yeah. But I'd also like to point out the power play.
Yeah.
Was it really 1 for 1? I thought we had 2.
I think we only had 1. Just a 1 for 1.
All right, I'll take it. 100% on the power play. That's amazing for Seattle. Yeah, but I really like the. Sorry, I really liked the shot.
I'm just as
production
flabbergasted
tonight.
as you are.
I mean, I'm looking at 2 metrics that we're always really bad at. Face-off percentage.
Yeah. Our 2 stinkers are looking nice
Power
this
play,
game.
100%.
Hits
I'm gonna
pretty
go to bed
even.
happy tonight. And we lost the game in a shootout. All right. Let's look at the 3-star. Actually, no. Shots by period, then 3 stars, and then Ty. That's going to be it for this live stream.
Studs and duds. We could do some studs.
Yes, I'd love to hear from you guys in the chat if you're still around. It seems
Definitely.
like the chat's a little quiet tonight. Maybe people don't like the flannels. That's okay. Well, sorry.
It's
Do our best.
PNW.
We do our best here on
man.
the channel. I'm drinking a Fanta tonight.
I'm
Spiked
blurry again.
Fanta. Ty's, well, that's why everybody's logging out, because Ty's blurry. They want to see the blue flannel. Shots by period. We had 9 shots in the. There's Striatic. 9 shots in the first, 11 in the second, 9 in the third. So that's pretty consistent. Blues
Striatic.
just finish equals.
I was waiting for
Ty,
something.
Mrs. Sprong. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yes, and Sprong has 2 goals already, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
The Flying Dutchman.
I don't miss him at all. I
Pounding
like
the
defensive
Heinekens.
play.
I don't think that Dave Hackstall was a huge fan of Daniel Sprong, but
No.
we were. I was a big Sprong guy.
I mean, I sellied every time he scored. That's for sure.
Carol's dark sarcasm, keeping it real.
My
Sin,
favorite
LOL.
thing has been so far is watching Ryan Donato on the top line in Chicago with Mr. Bedards. That's
Carol's
been
dark
pretty fun.
sarcasm. I want to hear from you directly. Who has been your favorite player so far? Put it in the chat, and I'm going to pop it up before we log out. Striatic, you're on record already, so turn in your homework, Carol's dark sarcasm. I want
What's
to know.
Striatic's favorite? Yams?
Sprong.
Well, yeah, but Sprong's gone. Old news,
Okay,
Bob.
your favorite
Who's the
Kraken
new?
player. Yeah,
I've seen him talk
favorite
about Yams and some others. I'm going to have a really hard time disagreeing with that if that's what he says.
Okay, so total shots, no complaints from me tonight. Shot attempts,
Yeah.
I would guess much more than that because the Blues blocked a ton of shots. Let's look at the 3 stars. Here we go. It's probably going to be Blues up top. Jordan Bennington, everyone's favorite goaltender.
Hey, J-Dak.
There's Carol's dark sarcasm says Belmar's been your favorite so far.
Belmar, interesting
All right.
choice. I like that. Do you
Well,
want
I
to
mean,
elaborate why?
The interviews
the,
have been
the personality.
fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah.
The interviews have been great.
He wins face-offs.
Face-offs. Man, we're just saying the same things. I like his presence in the team, that vet presence. He knows how to lead the boys and kind of come in and just say, hey, the systems are this and this is what we're doing. Let's go. We're all NHL players. Let's go. So I like it.
He'd be a fun guy to hang out with.
Carts, I will 100% stand with you. Striatic Carts is fantastic. The dude has a massive part and obviously an insane work ethic. So yeah, you won't be hearing me go after Carts at all. And his name is Ty, so maybe a bit of bias already, just implied.
Isn't it Ty with an E, though?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, my name is actually Tyler, but I go by Ty. My mom calls me Tyler when I'm in trouble, but it's been a while since I've heard that, so.
You have a middle name?
James.
Oh.
Yeah, that one. Now you messed up.
PKs and Persona. I feel that.
Yeah, that PK tonight, I mean, Belmar looked massive. That whole like skate save that basically he did. Give this twig to Rig after Rig was getting a little extracurriculars going on. And just that veteran mindset to put the skate out there and get the puck out, then immediately skate to the bench and reset. So, yeah, veteran move. I loved it. 100% agree.
So just a quick thanks, Carol's Dark Sarcasm. Thank you for being here. Striatic, Shiny Stuff. Ty, of course, for joining the stream tonight. Thanks, everybody, for being here on the stream. It's been a lot of fun. Even though we lost, we try to have a good time here at Sasquatch NHL. That's what we do. Let's look at the upcoming schedule, Ty, and then we're going to log out. I think, I'm not sure.
0.96 JDAC.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah.
I love it. And
I
a
forgot
couple
to talk about
zone
the 3
clears.
stars.
Yes.
And Rob Thomas, the singer of Matchbox 20, also a hockey player, had one assist tonight.
He had a goal in the shooting.
It was a really nice assist on that give and go.
It was,
but
yeah.
Carol Stark Sarcasm says, saw him at goalie day, smooth on the ice.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely, for sure. Ty, I'm not sure if you're in the next screen. So if Ty disappears, this is his logout. Cross your fingers. Ty's gone. Oh no. Wait, let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back.
Fine.
Let's go back.
Oh.
There's Ty. Ty, we have to give you a proper send-off. Stratic says, Karche versus Tanev should be a compelling roster fight all season.
Yeah.
Indeed. And, there's some guy in the AHL just waiting to get his opportunity as well. His name is Shane Wright. So,
yeah. That's for center, though. For the wing, I would expect to see maybe Hayden come up, depending on what we need to deploy. Or, I mean, dude, there's so many down in Coachella you could bring up. That team is exciting.
That's a good point. Sorry, I forgot about the positions.
Yeah.
I just think about
do you remember
names.
some guy named Coland? Do you remember that guy? Yeah. What about Ryan Winterton? Do you remember that guy? Is he in AHL? I think he is.
Yeah.
I need to look. I haven't paid attention to Coachella. Honesty moment. By the way, AHL TV is free this weekend.
That's right. The whole weekend. Including tomorrow. No ultimate package needed for that.
Yep.
Okay, Ty, you stick around in the Zoom call here, but
yeah, for sure.
This is it. Ty's gone. Everybody say goodbye, Ty.
You don't have to watch my camera go out of focus and us struggle on our first stream together so far this season.
No, there was no struggling.
We're going to make it.
This was professional live casting right here, Sasquatch NHL with the coordinated flannels. Thanks for being here, Ty. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Looks nice. Listen.
He gone. Okay, next game, home opener versus the Avalanche. Tuesday, October 17th, 7 p.m. And then we got the Hurricanes and the Rangers, so it doesn't get easier. But I like our chances at home. I feel like the Kraken are going to show up. The crowd's going to be loud, and it's going to be a great time. And then back out on the road against the Red Wings. Jeff Janusik's favorite team, our friend over at the Kraken Pod. That's on the 24th. And then we face the Hurricanes again. So maybe we need to reach out to some of the Caniacs here, do a little crossover or something like that with the Hurricanes on deck, and with 2 games coming against them here in the next week or so. But thanks for being here, you guys. That is the whole live stream for tonight. Thank you, Ty, for being here. Take a few more comments as we go into the wrap-up. Winterton and CV, yes. Carol's Dark Sarcasm says, thank you, bye-bye. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Stratic says, bye, Ty. And Ty says, LOL, yikes, it's been a while. Nothing to laugh out loud about. You did great tonight. We just like to have fun here. That's what we do. But thank you guys for being here. That's all I've got for you this evening. Next game, home opener. Can't wait for it, you guys. Just a reminder, check out the podcast. I'm going to do a few more episodes over there here real soon. So subscribe over there. Keep up with me over on x.com. In the meantime, that's going to do it for tonight's show. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll catch you again on another stream here at Sasquatch NHL in the near future. Have a great night.